Oh, we can move this. There we go. Alright. Oh good, the screen's working today. Oh. Oh, happy Monday, Jess. Even though the weather's not so pretty outside, it's better than rain, so I can't complain. Just gonna give another minute here, let some people hop on. I just had to quickly answer the door. My new shipment of gym gear came in, so got a bunch of fun things that I'm very excited to test out once this class is done. So I can finally put that super expensive machine in my garage to use finally. So very excited about that. Like overly excited. So heart rate's probably at like a good 80 plus. I'm kind of eager to see now. Alright, so good news is I don't have a black screen this time, so I'm actually, yes, presents. I don't have a black screen this time, so I can actually sort of be able to teach on the side and not just like stare into the abyss, and hopefully you guys are able to see me. For those of you that don't know me, oh hello Caitlin, holla. My name is Jaimee. I'm a fitness instructor here at CFB Wainwright. Today is a force prep workout. It's specific to the 20-meter rush. There's no real cardio-ish sense in this workout itself. It's more focused on stability, balance, core work as well. So it's more or less a workout targeting those issues, doing a couple exercises that'll actually help overall with the rush, aside from just that speed, agility, getting up and down sort of movement. So all you're going to need, which way to turn, is a staircase. So my stairs are like about 6 or 7 steps up. If you don't have a staircase, you can just have maybe like 1 step, so an elevated surface. If you have a longer staircase, that's fine too. And then just a yoga mat or a towel in case you need it for a couple exercises in the warm-up and to cool down as well. So as usual, I gotta read this disclaimer. So in response to COVID-19, PSP is offering virtual fitness to Canadian Armed Forces members by using social media platforms. The virtual fitness classes tailored to CAF personnel become accessible to all. Participants who are not CAF members recognize and acknowledge that their age, health status, and physical fitness level are unknown, and it's entirely up to each individual to assess their ability to participate in this class. Since it's preferable to consult your physician before beginning any exercise program, we invite all participants who are not CAF members to consult the Get Active questionnaire of the Canadian Society of Exercise Physiology and its reference document. If you experience any pain or difficulty during the exercises presented in this video, it's recommended that you stop and consult a healthcare provider. And if a CAF member sustains an injury during this video, please remember to fill out a CF98 form. So I just have in the main description up top that Get Active questionnaire and the reference document if you want to check it out. And then also there's the PSP national page and the following hashtags as well. So I'm just going to grab my water, set it off to the side, and we can start getting into that warm-up. Alright, so if you have a staircase, the first part of the warm-up is a little bit of aerobic, just to increase that heart rate. We're just going to do staircase runs, so you're just running up the stairs, nice and easy coming back down. You're going to do 5. If you don't have a staircase and you just have a step, then you can just do sort of alternating taps up and down, or you can just run in place. Right? So I have my staircase, so I'm just going to do 5. your taps, you can stop. Next exercise we're going to do, a couple of the next ones are sort of a combo movement. So you're going to do an arm swing to a fling. So we're just going to do 7, nice and easy, opening up that chest, working that shoulder mobility, making sure we're switching top and bottom arm each swing. That's 5, I think, 6, and 7. All right, next one you're going to do is you're going to bring your knee up, hug it, open it up to the outside, set it down, and then switch legs. Okay, so here we're targeting the quadricep muscle as well as the muscle surrounding the hip, just because we are going to be doing a lot of split squat lunge variations. Okay, so we got to be prepared for that. Again, 7 each side. Also kind of working on balance here as well. Right, so when you get your balance in that knee hug, right, then take it over out to the side. Good. Next one we're going to do is a forward lunge into a single leg deadlift. So all you're doing is you're lunging forward, and from there you're coming up, and then back down. Okay, so 7 each side. I'm a little bit off screen, I apologize. Okay, so lunging down, making sure that front knee is tracking right over that forward foot. Okay, we're staying nice and upright in the lunge. Right, a nice, easy, simple hinge into that single leg deadlift. And then back down. One more on each side. And good. Right, if you have a yoga mat, okay, you can easily just get on it. This is just more or less, we're going to be in a kneeling position. So if your knees do hurt, hop on your mat. I'm just going to turn it over to the side here. So all you're doing for this one is a fire hydrant. We've done it before. Okay, so you're in that tabletop position, wrists on your shoulders, knees on your hips. From there, you're just going to bring the knee out to the side, back down to the middle. Okay? If you want to, you can hold it at that top position for a second, bringing it back down, really activating that glute. Okay, so 7 each side at your own pace. Good, and then when you're ready, switch sides. Next one we're going to do is a bear squat. Again, it's an exercise I've done with you before. So from here, you're just going to get into sort of an upright plank position. Okay, wrists on your shoulders again. We're keeping that alignment. Okay, and then sort of get into the down dog. You're going to widen your feet just slightly so they're just outside of your hands. And then you're going to sink your hips back, bend your knees, stretch out those arms, and come back to the top. Okay, so 7, at your own pace. All right, I'm going to set my mat off to the side. Grab a quick drink of water if you need to. Alright, and then the next 4 exercises we're going to do is just to familiarize you with the workout itself. And then I just ordered them according to how the workout's going to go. So the first exercise we're going to do is a rear foot elevated split squat. So that's just saying your back foot is elevated on that surface. So the first step, alright, And then front foot is out in front of your hip. And then from here, all you're going to do is just sink the hips down and come back up. So it's basically just a static, a split stance squat, except you're just adding a little bit of variation to it, a little bit of balance, and elevating that rear foot. So again, you can have your hands on your hips coming down, or if you want to, opposite arm, opposite leg, like so. All right, if you're not comfortable with elevating that back foot, you can just take the split stance, like so. Okay? Next exercise is an elevated plank walk up. Okay? So we're going to start at the bottom of our staircase in an upright plank. We're going to walk the hands up 2 steps and then walk it back down. So here we're just working on shoulder stability, coordination, anti-rotation of the core, just because when we do those rushes, a lot of people, when they actually get through them really fast, they're just slamming their bodies into the floor, right? And there might be a little bit of misalignment when they actually do bring themselves up off. So this is just working on the coordination of the upper body and alignment, keeping that shoulder girdle nice and healthy. If you don't have steps, right, you can just do a shoulder tap variation, right? So you're just here tapping the shoulder back and forth, right? Or if you're not too comfortable with that, you can just hold a high plank for the allotted work time. Third exercise is alternating taps. Okay, so you're going to be just on that first step. Okay, you have a couple options here. You can do a plyometric version of this. So you're just switching feet like so. Okay, or you can take the other variation where it's just an alternating step up and down. Or you can just stay stationary, alternating tapping feet. Okay? If you don't have a staircase or a step or any elevated surface, you can just jog in place. Okay? I promise you it's not going to be that long. Right, next exercise is the front foot elevated split squat. So just like the rear foot, but front foot is now on the step. It is elevated. Okay? So digging into that step, back foot's ready for that lunge. Again, hands on hips or opposite arm, opposite leg, coming down and back up. Okay? So making sure that knee is aligning over the toe, it's not coming out, not coming in, right? Everything's just nice and upright, and all you're really doing is just sinking the hips down. Okay, so even the chest and the torso is nice and tall, we're not leaning forward, we're not leaning back. Okay? Next one is the elevated Spider-Man push-up. So this one's a little bit tricky. You can either, you can tailor this based on your fitness level. So I'm going to go up to my second step. So from here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to push up and then take, in this case, my left leg, bring it to my left elbow, and come back to center. So pushing up, getting that elbow towards my knee, coming back up. Okay, if you want to challenge yourself, drop down to the first step, or you can go just on the floor. If that's not comfortable for you, you can just do an elevated push-up. Right, so just taking the leg portion, actually doing the push-up itself. Right, really making sure those elbows aren't flaring out to the sides. They're about at that 45-degree angle. Okay, so they're not out here. They're just tucked in, nice and close to the rib cage. Right, or you can do a hand release push-up that we're so used to when we do the rushes. Right, so we're just on the floor, push up, hand release. Okay. So you have a couple options within all the exercises just to tailor to your fitness level. Whew. Grab the water. So what we're going to do is, just to save some time, we're going to do 2 rounds, 20 seconds of work, 40 seconds of rest. After the end of the first round, we're going to rest about a minute to 2 minutes, just depending. And then we'll do the second round, and then get into the cool down. So I did the 20 to 40 second ratio just because there are some people that do the rushes really, really fast, and there are others that might take a little bit more time to do them, which is perfectly fine. I just wanted want to make sure in that 40-second rest, I'm able to cue you guys and take you through different regressions of the exercises, just so you can tailor to your fitness levels. Again, within that 20 seconds, it's totally up to you how fast or how slow you want to go, right? If you do have a really good knee stability and good balance, you can go a little faster on those rear foot and the front foot elevated split squats. Okay, if you're comfortable with the plyometric version of doing the alternating taps, do those, okay? But if you're not, right, maybe bring yourself down just a level, do a split squat, do a hand release push-up, do just a shoulder tap, okay? There's different variations that you can do. You can still get this workout done, I promise you, okay? So I'm just gonna grab my phone for my timer. Make sure everything is set up. I got this fancy app, so all you need to do is literally just plug in the work, plug in the rest, and it literally tells you when to go, which is ever so handy during these times. Alright. And making sure too, when we do the rear foot and the front foot elevated, we're doing 20 seconds on the right leg, 20 seconds on the left leg. The plank walk up, the taps, and the Spider-Man push-ups are alternating, so it's just once through there. Good. Alright, you can set your mat off to the side. Unless you really, really need it, then you can just set it to the side of your staircase or wherever you're setting up this workout. So remember the first one, is that rear foot elevated split squat. Okay, I got my timer set. Okay, so in this case, right foot's going to be up, 2, 1, go. Okay, so 20 seconds of work. Okay, I've gotten really good at this, so I can go pretty quickly within these 20 seconds. And rest. Okay, so now we're going to switch. Now the left foot is going to be elevated on that step. Again, take your time. If your balance is a little wonky, right, you kind of see your knee going in and out, right? You want it to track over that front foot. Okay, so be a little conscious, be a little aware of that. Slow the movement down, control it, and then as you get better, you can sort of increase the speed. So I got just over 10 seconds left. Okay, so make sure you're getting ready. Elevating the left foot this time. Whoops, see balance. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so this is my bad knee. So I might not be able to get a whole lot of depth in this variation, which is fine, okay? You go to where you need to go. Just do not go past the point of pain. Good, and rest, okay? So now we're going into that elevated plank walk up. Again, you can do the shoulder tap variation. You can just hold that high plank if you want to, or challenge yourselves, do the exercise that I prescribed. Okay? We got about 20 seconds left, so plenty of time to cue, catch your breath, grab a drink of water if you have it. We got about 10 seconds left to start to get ready, depending what variation you're going to take. 3, 2, 1, go. Rest. So kind of judge how you did on that exercise. Maybe going up 2 steps was a little too iffy, so maybe you just want to go up 1 step and back down to level. Totally fine. Again, up to you. Next exercise is that alternating taps, right? So you have the option, you can do the plyometric version. You can just do standing back and forth, alternating step ups, or if you don't have a step, just jog in place, nice and simple. Just under 10 seconds left. Get ready, pick your variation. 3, 2, 1, go. So in this case, we'll do the right foot up first, shake the legs out, catch the breath. Again, option, hands on hips, opposite arm, opposite leg. Just under 10 seconds left, so start to get ready. Find your space. 3, 2, 1, go. Making sure that front knee is aligning over the toe. And rest. Switching sides, now the left will be elevated. Biggest thing too, just because that front foot, you can see what's happening, make sure you're aware of what your back leg is doing. So we don't want to point the toe out, right? Everything is going to be facing forward. So keep that rear foot facing forward, everything is aligned properly. Excuse me, and we avoid injury, okay? Alright, so 10 seconds left. Find your variation, left foot forward. Again, you can do that split stance if you're not totally comfortable. 3, 2, 1, go. And all the cracks in this knee, but that's okay. Okay, so I can see my back foot, right, face it forward, create that alignment, and rest. Okay? Biggest thing with that is just focusing on balance and alignment, right? If any point in time the knee comes out, then your ankle and your hip is misaligned, and we're at an increased risk of injury. If everything is aligned properly, all the way down, it's going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, so 15 seconds left. We have that elevated Spider-Man push-up. So you can do the Spider-Man push-up, an incline push-up, hand release push-up, regular push-up, whatever variation you take, knock it out. 3, 2, 1, go. So remember, we're alternating, creating that Spider-Man movement, channeling our inner Peter Parker. Good, and rest. Alright, so we got our 7 rounds done. So my watch here, it's just about 22 minutes. So I'll give you guys about a minute, minute and a half, catch your breath. Check to see any new comments. What is the app? I think it's just interval timer. Yeah, one word. Good. Alright, I meant to technically comment as myself, but for some reason I can't switch to that version when I'm live, but Trina will know it's me that replied, so. Alright, we're about a minute in to our rest. Give about a half a minute left. Okay, so we'll just start my timer here just because I got about the same exact seconds. So we're going to go back to that rear foot elevated split squat. Okay, whatever variation you took in the first round, if you're comfortable with that, stick with that same variation. If it was a little too easy, challenge yourself, put that rear foot up, see how you do. Okay, so we got about 15 seconds left. Going into that second round of exercises. Okay, so we want to make sure right foot, in this case, is elevated on that step. Front foot, everything is aligned nice and easy. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, again, however fast and slow you want to take this movement, be my guest. Okay, it is 20 seconds of work, so if you're feeling a little sluggish today, maybe take it slow, treat this as sort of a mobility-based workout, a little bit of a longer rest and rest. And then just kind of go through the movements at your own pace, right? You don't necessarily have to go hard in the paint for all those 20 seconds. Okay, so next one, putting that left foot up on the step. About 20 seconds left. Shake the legs out if you need to. Do a little hokey pokey. Get some feeling back in there. Alright, so about 10 seconds left. Start to get ready. Left foot is elevated on that step. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2. Okay, again, if you don't have that depth on one side, right, maybe you have an injury or an injury flare-up, right, go to where you can. Do not go past the point of pain. Go to what's comfortable and rest. Alright, elevated plank walk up. Okay, so again, whatever variation you took in the first round, do it in the second if you feel comfortable, or if you want to challenge yourself. Alright, take a different variation. Maybe you do the elevated plank up. Maybe you just go up 1 step instead of 2. Right? Challenge yourself, see that you can get better, create those adaptations, and see what your body can actually do. Alright, so 10 seconds left. Start to get ready based on the variation. 3, 2, 1, go. And rest. Alright, alternating taps are next. If that plyo version was a little too hefty, a little too spooky and scary, okay, maybe take it down a notch. You can do those alternating step-ups, right? You can just tap, maybe keep that rhythm, okay? A lot of the times when we get to the line, right, we sort of stutter step and then touch. So that's what this tap is just mimicking, right? It's just creating that coordination, understanding one foot in front of the other. Simple as that. Okay, so 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm just going to do an alternating step up here. Okay. I'm real big on opposite arm, opposite leg, but that's just my training background. Okay, again, when you're tired, your arms can just hang by your sides and rest. Okay. So again, that version is a little bit easier. That plyometric does increase the intensity of the exercise itself. Next, that front foot elevated split squat. Okay, so in this case, right foot is going to be up on that step. Again, working on that alignment, cueing our knee to go past, not past our toe, but just in line with that front foot. Back foot, make sure we're not forgetting about it. Toes facing forward. Okay, so 10 seconds left. Right foot is on the step. Starting to get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Again, range of motion is totally up to you. Okay, so maybe it's more of a pulse split squat than it is getting that full range of hip flexion. Totally fine. And rest. Everybody has their own abilities. Okay, do what you do best, and you'll get through this workout just fine. Okay, so we're going to switch. Left leg is up on the step. Grab a quick drink of water. Kick it out. Pokey pokey the arms and legs a bit. Ooh, maybe wipe off the sweat. Do a little bit of a dab here and there. Got 5 seconds left. Left foot's elevated. 3, 2, 1, go. And cracking of my knee. But again, that's okay. I know my capabilities in this movement. Okay, same should go for you. We got 15 seconds left. Again, shake it out, wipe the sweat. 5 seconds left. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm just doing an incline push-up here, keeping it nice and simple. Toes are together. Elbows are nice and tight to my rib cage, right? They're not flaring out to the side. Nice and tight. Couple more. And rest. All right. See, the fun part about this app is it tells you how many intervals you did. It was 191. So I've used this quite a bit since quarantine has started. So, all right, I'll give you a bit just to catch your breath. I'm just going to move my mat here. Just so we can start the cool down. Making sure it's visible. Just going to bring this down just a bit. And turn it over a little bit. Perfect. All right, so when you're ready, you're just going to adopt a seated position on your mat. So you just cross-legged position, super simple. We're going to do 3 stretches in this position and then 3 stretches in sort of an active flow movement on the mat itself. So, super sweaty today. That's why I wear black. Okay, so from the seated position, you're going to do a side bend reach. Exercise I've done before. I just really like the way it feels just to work on those obliques because we did work on it in the plank walk-ups and the Spider-Man push-ups. So in this case, you're going to take your forearms out of my right hand. Your forearm's going to touch the mat, and you're going to reach over top of your head with that left arm. Try and make sure that opposing glute stays on the mat. Okay, so you're going to hold it here for about 20 seconds. If you find the glute sort of coming up, right, maybe take away that reach, push that opposing knee down, right, build that flexibility, and back to the center. Switch sides, the left arm comes down, right hand reach up over top. So stretching the obliques, also the lats. Remember to breathe while we're stretching, right? We don't want to hold our breath too long. Okay, that makes it difficult to actually get in the stretch itself. Coming back up to center, we're just going to do a simple tricep overhead stretch. So in this case, I have my right elbow up, reaching it with my left hand and pulling it down and in just slightly. Getting that stretch because of all those push-ups we did. So many push-ups. Okay, nice and upright when we do this, we're not slouching over. Right, bring the shoulder blades back. Gentle pull, shake it out, switch sides. And back down. Last one is a shoulder crossbody. So a lot of us, when we do this exercise, we're just lazy and we just fling the arm across and it's almost like that arm just touches when we bring it in. In this case, what I want you to do is bring that front arm out. You're going to push the hand forward, so you're going to protract that shoulder. Okay? Then we're going to reach over top and then bring it to about, in this case, I'm stretching my right shoulder, so I'm going to bring it to about 10 o'clock. Alright, if I'm thinking of the face of the clock. Right? Anything more than that, or I guess anything less, if you're going to go to 9 o'clock, right? You're not really stretching the right muscles and you're not really activating as you should. So switch, exact same setup on the left side. Alright, protract that hand out, bring it over, in this case, to about 2 o'clock. And just a nice, gentle support with that opposing hand, right? So I'm not pulling it in, okay? It's just gentle support. It's literally just there. It's like, oh, hey, all it is normal support hand. Okay? All right, next one we're going to do, you're going to be a little bit more active on mat. I'm actually going to go this way. Right, so you're going to start in a down dog position. Okay, right, so we're going to try and dig our heels into the floor as best as we can. Lengthen those shoulders. Let the head fall. Okay? Kind of tough because I'm talking into my sweater. Right, let the head fall. If you want to here, just walk the dog. So just alternate digging your heels into the floor. Okay, and when you're ready, you're going to lift the left leg up. You're going to bring it through so your feet are between your hands. And then you're going to take your left hand, bring it inside of your foot, walk the foot out. Okay, and then just relax that back foot. Sink your hips down into that wide lunge. Just because if you did any of the Spider-Man push-up variations, right, you're bringing that knee to your elbow. So this is just accentuating those exact same muscles you use in that movement. I'm just taking them into the stretch. Okay, you're going to come back into that down dog position. Lift the left leg up again, right? Bring it through into pigeon stretch. Okay, so this time the knee is down, right? That left foot is in line with the right hand. Fingertips are up over top. If you want to, you can just bring it down onto your forearms. Okay, so here we're just stretching the glutes. Also targeting the hips. Okay, so we're just working on the left side right now. Again, 20 seconds. Okay, whatever variation you have in this pose, just walk your hands back up. Bring that back toe up into active. Bring the left leg back. Okay, you can walk the dog again from here. Then we're going to take the right leg up. Bring it through both hands. Right hand comes inside. Right foot walks itself out. Relax the back foot. Again, adopting that wide stance, low lunge, nice and easy. Also targeting the adductors here, so that groin region. A lot of times this doesn't get as much attention in the stretch or in the warm-up, but it should. Alright, and then we're going to bring it back to that dog. Lift the right leg up again. Feed it through into pigeon. Relax the back foot. Whatever variation you took on the left side, take the same here. So I'm just going to go back down to my forearms. Okay, your hips are probably a little bit tight maybe this weekend. Just because of the rain, at least in this area, you stayed inside. Maybe you're a little bit of a couch potato. Okay, so maybe you sat too much, right? This exercise is really, really good. Opening up those hips. Alright. And then just bring it back. If you want to stretch anymore, feel free to do so. You got plenty of time. I know Caitlin does a lot of good stretching and mobility classes. So feel free to give her a shout out. She does a lot of pop-up and request classes, so she's really good for that. Again, enjoy your Monday. I'm going to go test out my new weight equipment. I'm very, very happy. And that's about it. Have a good day, guys.